it's Kara here, and I am here to do another episode of Dietitian Talk. I am a huge nutrition dork, since that's what I went to school for, and I'm here today to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, which is fiber. So I will start this video by saying, please don't forget to share this with others that you think will find this video or this information helpful, or maybe you just want to help bring people to my channel if you think it would maybe be motivational or beneficial for them. I greatly appreciate it. So for today's topic, I'm going to talk about fiber. Fiber is amazing in so many ways, so I'm going to go through it. But firstly, the average American does not consume nearly enough fiber. Most people don't pay attention to the number of grams of fiber they're consuming each day, and the general recommendation for the average healthy person is anywhere from about 20 to 35 grams of fiber you should be eating per day. Again, that's just a general recommendation depending on whether you're male or female, your age, your body type, all that good stuff. It's going to vary a little bit for each person. The average American typically only gets between 10 to 15 grams of fiber, so we're not doing so good in general with our fiber recommendations. And if you think about it, like I said, most people don't count the number of fiber grams they're consuming, and for those of us that eat on the go or eat fast food, when you think about the fast food options that are out there, they don't usually don't usually consist of a lot of high fiber foods. And same for when we eat at home. A lot of times high fiber foods aren't necessarily what we're filling our plate up with. In general, fiber containing foods are your unprocessed foods, things like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, beans, and legumes. So those are your biggest sources of fiber. There's a few different types of fiber, and we'll go into a little more detail about that. There's insoluble fiber and there's soluble fiber, and they both do have some different functions in the body, both very beneficial for our health. In general, fiber is very beneficial for your health because not only does its main functions include adding bulk to the system, so it helps prevent constipation, helps keep your bowels regular, which maybe you don't care about, but it helps promote a really healthy GI system, intestinal tract, and good digestion, which I think maybe when we're younger we take advantage of, but when you're in your 30s like me, you start to be a little more mindful about your digestion and how you feel and if you're bloated and things like that. It also helps in terms of decreasing cholesterol levels. So if you're someone that's been told that you have high cholesterol, fiber is the first place you should look. I hope your doctors aren't recommending you to go on cholesterol medications. You know, the first thing you should take a look at is what your diet consists of, lowering cholesterol levels, and fiber is a great way to do that. On top of those benefits, a lot of the foods that we consume that are high in fiber also just contain a whole lot of other nutrition. So you're not only getting fiber, but you're getting a whole lot of other good vitamins and minerals and other things. So it's just good to pay attention to it in general. For myself, I use my FitnessPal to track what I eat. Not all the time, but I do like, it kind of helps keep me motivated, especially with fiber, because it can be, you know, it's one thing to kind of eyeball how many calories you're taking in for the day, but sometimes fiber grams, you can kind of lose track of that. So maybe you're not someone that tracks your intake at all, but it might not be a bad idea to just plug into my FitnessPal a couple days of typical eating for yourself, just to get an idea of how many grams of fiber you are eating and if you're even close to the recommendation. So that might be a good start for you. So to go back and talk a little bit more specifically about the differences, there's, like I said, there's insoluble fiber and then there's soluble fiber. So the soluble fiber is the type of fiber that you consume that forms almost like a gel, gummy-like substance when you consume it. It forms this gel in your intestinal tract, and it really helps slow down the digestion of your food. So while it's there, it forms this gummy-like substance. It also absorbs a lot of water, and slows everything down. So the beauty of soluble fiber for anyone, especially for those that are trying to lose weight or manage weight, or maybe you have a good hearty appetite like myself, it can really help make you feel full quickly and a lot longer. It really helps fill you up. Because of that slow digestive process, it also helps with regulating blood sugar levels and insulin levels. So again, particularly beneficial to diabetics and just anyone in general that's trying to watch their weight or manage, those appetite swings. The other type is insoluble fiber, which it's insoluble, so you think about it, it doesn't typically break down in your intestinal tract the way soluble does. It pretty much just passes through your body, which again, the benefit with the insoluble fiber is really healthy gut health. It helps pass things along quickly, which is good. You don't want a lot of junk hanging out in your intestines too long. We do have good healthy bacteria in our gut, and we want to maintain that and keep that there, and a lot of that fiber can help do that. Insoluble fiber is kind of known as nature's laxative, if you will. It really helps put that digestive hurry into your body, so things are going to pass through fairly quickly. And a lot of the insoluble fiber you find in things like your seeds, your nuts, and like the stringy parts of your vegetables. Those are the things that kind of just pass right through your system. There's actually a third type of fiber that's kind of newer. We don't really think about it. We usually think about insoluble and soluble, but there's also functional fiber, which is kind of booming lately, probably like the past 5-10 years. Basically with functional fiber, what they do is it's still the basis of plants or fruits and vegetables, any type of plant source. They basically take the fiber and they isolate it, and then they add it to other food products. So you see fiber added to everything nowadays. If you take a look the next time you guys go grocery shopping, you see fiber added to everything. You see it in juice, you see it in a lot of items you wouldn't think, yogurt, you see it in, I think I saw it in Splenda too. They had Splenda with added fiber. So there's almost no reason for people to not be getting their recommended grams of fiber. But this functional fiber, like I said, it is booming nowadays. You can find it in a lot of different products. It still has the same health benefits, but the thing is with insoluble and soluble fiber, like I said, you're getting it from real hearty food sources, unprocessed foods that boast a lot of other good nutrition. So I usually recommend for people not to get the majority of their fiber intake from that functional fiber, because you're missing out on a lot of other good nutrition. So really it's best if you try to get it from your soluble and insoluble sources. In general, you don't really need to worry too much about, do I need to get more soluble or more insoluble or what type? You don't have to worry so much about that unless you have a specific purpose with lowering your LDL cholesterol or improving your gut health. Then you might want to pay a little more attention to which varieties you're choosing. But in general, I say don't overcomplicate it, okay? Just stick to the basics, and the best tips I can give you guys for increasing your fiber are choosing whole grains, whole grain breads, any whole grain products, whether it's pasta, choosing oats, barley, any of your fruits and vegetables, eating the skin. Say if you eat an apple, don't peel off the skin to the apple, eat the skin, because that's where a lot of the good nutrition is, as well as the fiber. So make sure you're choosing lots of fruits and vegetables, getting things like nuts and seeds in your diet, and getting some beans in your diet too, because that's where a lot of people are lacking, and they're a great source of nutrition, not only for fiber, but for protein content as well, and they're very hearty and low calorie, low fat. So those are a lot of good places you can choose from without worrying too much whether it's soluble or insoluble. The other thing I would like to say for those of you that are going to watch this video and say, aha, I need to increase my fiber, let's do this. Be careful, maybe just, like I said, take an assessment first of how much fiber you're consuming and increase slowly, okay? Don't just jump on the fiber bandwagon because you'll be in a lot of pain. So try to do it slowly. You know, don't go from normally eating 10 grams to 50, okay? Because you'll be in a lot of pain and then you're eating too much fiber. So go slowly, and also while you're increasing your fiber, you need to be very careful to also hydrate and increase the amount of water you're drinking as well. Like I said before, some of the fiber that you consume is going to absorb a lot of water in your body. So with that, you need to drink enough water to help keep your body systems moving along. Another tip I want to give you guys, if you're going grocery shopping and you are looking to increase your fiber, just make sure you're looking at the nutrition facts labels and see how many grams of fiber per serving that product is giving you. So a good rule of thumb is to look for items that are anywhere between 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving. You know, whether you're looking at cereal or crackers or granola bars or whatever it is you're buying, your fruits, your veggies, you name it, take a look at the grams of fiber and start kind of figuring out some higher fiber items you can add. So 3 to 5 is a good range to look for. Like I said, the recommendation is about 20 to 35 grams. The typical American, our approach is more is better, right? And that's not the case. So with fiber, you don't want to be aiming for 50 grams of fiber because that's got to be so much better for your health. I caution you with that. You need to be careful. Number one, to increase your fiber, that amount could lead to a lot of abdominal pain, cramping, loose stools, things of that nature that aren't so comfortable or convenient to have. The other thing is too, if you're consuming too much fiber, that could actually lead to you not absorbing some other nutrients in your diet as well. So if we're over consuming fiber in our diet, you may not be able to absorb as well things like iron and zinc, magnesium, and some other minerals. So you have to be careful with that whole more is better approach. You might be defeating the purpose and not absorbing some other vital micronutrients in your diet. So I caution you there. So overall, there's a lot of good health benefits to fiber. It kind of makes it fun to be focusing on fiber. You know, some people don't want to track calories and things like that, and I totally get that because, you know, you're living for balance and you just want to eat. But with fiber, it's kind of fun. Take a look. If you don't have MyFitnessPal, maybe just download it and for a couple days track what you're eating and kind of get an idea of how many fiber grams you're consuming. Aim for that 20 to 35, and I guarantee you that will definitely help ensure that you're getting in a lot of good nutrients into your diet above and beyond fiber. And again, it's going to help you feel full, which is awesome for weight loss and dieting. So that's it for fiber, guys. It's one of my favorite topics. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you learned a little something new. If not, maybe it just refreshed your memory and got you excited about fiber the way I get. So please like this video, share it with others, and keep checking back.
I was extremely stiff and sore as well.
This is my working set here. This is what, 135?
Yeah.
So not good when it comes to adding up my math. I usually have to use my calculator to figure out how much I'm lifting. Probably shouldn't have admitted that on film, but it is what it is.